Morning, everybody. It's been an incredibly busy morning here on the Rancho. The great weather continues. I don't think it's going to be a couple degrees cooler than yesterday, but I wouldn't be surprised if we still make about 68, 70 degrees today, which is delightful. Right, Blackbird? Good weather. Yes. As I mentioned to you guys starting out, the well tank has now been installed, and I have a separate video that'll be coming up tomorrow morning on that. You'll want to see that, how this was plumbed in and changed a little bit. Different size tank, different configuration, with a few little tweaks and things that's going to make it a lot nicer for me to operate things here on the Rancho. As far as irrigation is concerned, it's always been my biggest challenge here, has been keeping things growing during summertime, because we get scorched with those 100-degree days with almost no humidity, and moisture just gets sucked out of everything, and it makes it very challenging when you're trying to keep things going and you're trying to get a good crop of fruit, whether it's plums, peaches. Always one of the biggest challenges here on the Rancho. And effectively, at least in terms of the pump and the well holding tank, we pretty much solved that problem. But I want to tell you what's coming up this week. It's not going to be a travel week here. The work is going to continue until the Rancho Recovery Program is complete, no matter how long that takes. Also, looking ahead, just to mention again, I do have a trip coming up with the boss and with Janet and Bobby to Old Town Sacramento, which is going to be a lot of fun, on February 5th, and then the following weekend is the Super Bowl. So the 5th of January is a good time to take that trip, precisely because there won't really be any football that week. It's the week off, is usually a quiet week before the Super Bowl as the teams prepare. So it's a perfect time, I think, to get out there and do that traveling. Then afterward, following weekend, plus that'll be Valentine's, it's like on Monday or something. So then, to me, that's a better time to travel. But let's talk about what else has to be done on the Rancho here that's important for the irrigation. One thing is important here is that this continue to be, there's water lines. This is the length of a football field, the property here. So there's water lines that run along all the way down here, and it's always been a challenge. To be at the end of the line, you don't get a lot of water down here. I'm hoping with the new setup that we have that'll be a different story in terms of running the well. And I think these lines are okay here, because the Lady Banks roses, which I really care about, and this gigantic rose bush, yes, this is a single rose bush here, is enormous. They pretty much can fend for themselves. Yeah, this should be sprayed against rose rust. I know that. You still have people that throw crap over the fence, beer cans and all that, but that's never going to change here in the hood. I have no idea about this. Has got to go. I just noticed this. We also got a football in here. Let me grab that, and we'll put that over the side. This has got to go before this goes into a full-blown tree. This has to be taken down here. We're gonna have to do that this week. We don't need any more trees on the property. Yeah, I need a little bit of fence repair work. This is a nice barrier that separates the density over here in the apartment houses from, we get a little more privacy in the Rancho. I'd like to maintain this. They do sell these panels that just kind of slide into here, but that's not a high priority. Not a high priority. Don't forget, you will see the well install and a new well holding tank. Not the install, but the well holding tank install. Here's the water lines that are running across. That TO really mucked up with these connections that are leaking here and everything else. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a coupling over here. I'm going to bury this line a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be some work. We're going to come around and run this line around the back of the tree and do it fresh. I don't know what happened here. That whole doggone branch just fell down, and we're going to have to tend to that too. You can see the water lines running up here, and it's a mess. And for some reason, when they installed the fence, somehow they ran over the water line and it pinched it. So water could never get out to the front here. Don't ask me how they did it. So we ran this temporary line through here. Well, that's not going to cut it. And around, I have zero confidence in this line. This TO put all these goofy, they're not even sized properly, this connection here. So we're going to need to redo that. I don't know how this got a lot of, I guess that windstorm really brought down some stuff. It wasn't terribly windy, but it was bad enough. But you can see this line has cuts in it. You're not going to run a water line like that. So all this has to be taken up. See, that ran right underneath that plant there. And it needs to run up here and run all around the hedge line. I don't really care about the inside here and curl back here, but it's all been a mess here. It's all cut at the end. So this is going to be our challenge here. And then we finish that. See the way that comes around? I got no idea. This has just been a complete disaster. We strip all that out and get rid of that. And then over here, we have to get the start the lawn recovery program, which is going to take time. Saw last week I did the infill here for some of these holes. We're going to keep bringing in the fill dirt. As long as it takes to fill these in and make this safe and level, that's what we're going to do. We'll probably spread some new topsoil on here too, get rid of this stupid plastic over here. It's a real pain in the butt. So there's a lot of work to be done. That's the program to be done here. I hope you guys are a part of it. If you haven't seen the prior videos, such as the install of the wheelchair ramp, ADA compliant, the other Rancho recovery videos, I'm going to be putting them all into a playlist when all is done, because it's a huge project for 2022. And I want to make sure people can enjoy and watch that as the Rancho gets a new lease on life here for 2022. There's the update. That's what I want to get accomplished. Make sure you're along. Hit that subscribe button and that bell for all notifications. Thanks, everybody.